Hi, Theater Mania. I'm Sydney Lucas, and we are at the opening night of Fun Home on Broadway.
Come to the Fun Home. That's the Bechdel Funeral Home, baby. The Bechdel Fun Home. Next to Baker's Department Store and Beach Creek.
I think it's amazing for young lesbians and gay men and trans kids to see themselves represented in the culture on a stage. I think that is incredible. And for everyone to see those characters represented on stage.
Let's just put it this way. You don't see that sort of androgynous, almost butch representation of lesbians in any media. So it's really great when it happens, especially in the theater.
It's a beautifully constructed story. It has amazing music. Lisa Kron did a great job with the book. The direction is gorgeous. Hi, you. How are you? Good.
I'm sorry, I just interrupted
you. That was a treat.
Well, Jeanine Tesori can do anything. I remember when we were doing Shrek, the workshop of Shrek, she started talking to me about this musical, about this lesbian cartoon artist, and she was working on this thing, and I was like, what? So someone who can write Thoroughly Modern Millie, Caroline or Change, Shrek the Musical, Violet, Fun Home, that's exciting to me. She just pushes herself every which way, and I just love her for it.
I worked really hard on it with Lisa to make sure that every moment was what we stood by. There's not one moment that goes by in this piece and I think, oh, we took a shortcut or something. We just didn't, and that's because it was developed by the producers of a series of weeks and weeks of lab and at Sundance and we just got to keep turning it, the way that you kind of look at something and think from this angle and this. So it was a beautiful development.
I said that merchandising should have a T-shirt that says, I am Alison Bechdel. Everyone at the end of it feels like, that's my story. That's my story. I was misunderstood. I had a moment where I could have said the thing to my dad and I didn't say it. And I had that moment when I was a child when I was feeling so invisible and so less than, and there's a lot of universality in this piece.
The miraculous thing is that it's arrived at a time in our society's history where people are actually open to hearing this story, which I don't think was true even a few years ago. But I think at a time when there's so much strife and so much fear of the other and fear of each other, I think a musical that or anything that comes out and asks us to have compassion for each other and to recognize our shared struggles with ourselves and each other, I think what better time to be trying to ask those questions and invite the audience to consider it with us.
It's not just about women telling the stories of women, it's about women telling the stories of the world. I think that's the thing about hearing from different kinds of writers. It's not that they tell you only about themselves, it's that they tell you what the world looks like from a different point of view, and that's an extremely valuable thing, and I think that's part of what the experience people are having of this show, is that they don't see just a story about these gay people, they see what the world looks like from a different perspective. That's why we go to the theater, to see that happen.